You don't start on top. You start in the dark, in silence, in the cold. The room isn't loud, but your head is. You sit surrounded by stale dreams and broken promises, staring at a version of yourself that never left the basement. You weren't lazy. You were buried. Under weight you never asked for. Under doubt you inherited. Under the echo of every time someone said, "You won't." But something moves. Quiet at first, like the air shifts. Not outside, inside. The storm didn't just arrive, it was always there. Locked in the basement of your soul, caged by fear, hidden by shame. But storms don't die, they wait, and today it whispers. I build beneath the storm. This is where it begins. Not with glory, with grit, not with light, with pressure. You don't need a miracle, you need movement. 1 inch, 1 breath. That's how you start a fire, with friction. And you've been rubbing against failure long enough. Your mind is not broken, it's bound. Trapped in loops, dopamine drip-fed by distraction, trained to chase, not create. But the habit doesn't start with action, it starts with refusal. You refuse to die like this. You refuse to be a footnote in your own life. This is the spark I build beneath the storm. Say it again. Stillness is sacred, but silence isn't rest. It's a forge. Every second you sit here, you're not doing nothing. You're building stillness into steel. Lincoln read law by candlelight, not because it was easy, but because there was no other option. He didn't wait for light. He became it. You've been taught to fear rock bottom, but rock bottom is solid ground. You can build here. You must build here. There's no applause in the basement. No likes, no audience. Just you and the habit. The first habit. Show up. Hurt. Repeat. You think it's over? Good. Because dead ends make the best foundations. You get no more exit doors. No more permission. No one is coming. And that's the blessing. Because beasts are born when there's nothing left but bone, breath, and a choice. The choice to rise from below. You will not rise by luck. You will not rise by being liked. You will rise because you decide to. You build the bricks of habit with bleeding hands. No blueprint, just the storm. And it's alive now. Inside you, even in the silence, you're still building. Your mind will scream. Your body will resist. You will hear the ghosts of your past laugh behind the walls. Let them. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be undeniable. Shame is just a compass. It points to where you're supposed to grow. You don't need more time. You need less escape. You don't need more knowledge. You need war. And war doesn't ask if you're ready. It asks if you're willing. This is your origin story. Right here, right now. Not the highlight reel, the footage no one will see. The moment you stood up in the dark and whispered, I build beneath the storm. Not for anyone else. For you. Say it again. I'm not done yet. There it is. The rope. You've felt it your whole life. But now you see it. Tied tight around your ankle. Disguised as comfort. Labeled as safety. But it's rusted in regret and soaked in delay. You want freedom? Cut the rope or die tied to the version of you that never made it out. No one tells you this. But comfort is a coffin. Padded with soft lies. Decorated with polite excuses. You don't grow there. You rot there. And the worst part, you start to call it home. You start to think, maybe this is enough. It's not. You know it's not. That thought inside, the quiet ache, the pressure in your chest, that's the storm again, trying to rise. But the rope pulls. It always pulls. You take one step forward, and it reminds you who you used to be. But here's the truth. Old you has to die for new you to rise. You don't evolve while hugging the past. You don't escape while keeping your escape plan. Burn the boat, break the door, cut the damn rope. I build beneath the storm. Say it again. Say it louder. Make it louder than your excuses. Cortez didn't sail to win. He burned his ships to remove the option of retreat. That's the habit now. No exit, no backup, just one path, forward or nothing. This is obsession, not the cute kind, the violent kind. The kind that strips your old identity and welds a new one in fire. You're not afraid to fail. You're afraid to succeed and have to stay there. Broke minds beg for comfort. Beast minds crave pressure. Why? Because pressure proves who you are. Resistance reveals what's real. That's not fear. That's transformation beginning to breathe. You're shaking. Good. That means you're awake. You're feeling the cord snap, strand by strand. That means you're leaving. And no, it won't feel clean. It will feel like death, because part of you is dying. It's okay to shake. Just don't stop swinging. This is where most people pause. Right here, on the edge. Rope still tied. Looking back at what was, but pause too long, and that rope becomes a leash. You want power? Choose violence over comfort. Choose forward. Choose cut. The habit is clarity. Ruthless, repetitive, daily clarity. No more blurred lines. No more blurred friends. No more blurred values. When the rope snaps, the fog lifts. That's how you walk like you mean it, with nothing holding you back. You don't rise with baggage. You rise with scars, with rope burns on your ankle to remind you, never again. The storm in the basement, it's rising, it's heating. That rope, it's catching fire. And you're the one holding the knife now. You decide who stays chained. You decide if the excuses die today or live another decade. I build beneath the storm. Every word is a cut. Every comfort you keep is a battle you lose in silence. This is war. Against the easy version of you, the soft speaker, the apologizer, the overthinker. That voice, kill it. Right here, right now. Cut the rope or die lost. This is not motivation. This is a funeral. For every version of you that begged for another chance but never built it. You're not going back. You're not waiting for proof. You're not here to impress. You're here to become. The rope breaks when the decision gets violent. Internal violence. Soul war. You either shatter the comfort or it buries you soft. Say it again. I'm not done yet. Motivation is a liar. It comes when it wants, leaves when you need it. But ritual doesn't ask how you feel. Ritual shows up whether you're ready or not. Discipline over desire. That's the contract now. You don't need to feel like it. You don't need permission. You need a furnace, a place inside where chaos becomes focus, where delay gets melted into motion. And every time you return to it, you remind yourself who you are. I build beneath the storm. That's the vow. Not once, not when it's easy. Every day, every moment. No applause, no cameras, just fire, just silence, just showing up with scars. Repetition isn't boring. It's holy. It's where kings are made. It's where weak thoughts are burned off like fog. You think beasts are born in inspiration. No, they're built in boredom. In brutal, beautiful boredom. There's peace inside repetition. Find it. This is the habit now. Don't wait for the flame. Become it. Make discipline louder than doubt. Make stillness stronger than stress. Because when you move without needing hype, you become unstoppable. Neuroscience backs it. Habits don't care what mood you're in. Your brain rewires through ritual, not emotion. Dopamine doesn't reward your thoughts. It rewards your actions. Show up, and the chemistry follows. That's why you don't negotiate with the alarm clock. That's why you train when tired, write when uninspired, work when no one claps. You've stopped worshiping the mood. You've started serving the mission. You used to wait for the spark. Now, you're the match. I build beneath the storm. Say it again until your bones remember. You don't need louder playlists. You don't need louder praise. You need deeper roots. Habits that hold even when everything else breaks. The kind that say, we don't stop just because it hurts. This is the furnace ritual. Enter it and you burn. But what comes out isn't fragile anymore. It's formed, tempered, unshakable. Because once you repeat something enough, it becomes you. Not what you do, who you are. Most people quit when it gets quiet, when it gets repetitive, when there's no high left. But you lean in, because you know that silence, it's sacred. There's peace inside repetition. Find it. Tesla didn't chase energy. He became it. Locked in a lab, 20 hours a day, not waiting for a mood. He bowed to the process. That's what you're doing now. No candles, no noise, just you and the craft. Every rep is a brick. Every routine is a bridge. You're not just building habits, you're building home. Inside yourself, unshakable, untouchable, unbreakable. And the storm in the basement, it doesn't scare you now. It guides you. It drums with your rhythm. It echoes your breath. It fuels your fire. You used to need energy, now you generate it. You used to ask for strength, now you prove it. The furnace doesn't need to scream, it just burns. This is what separates beasts from boys. Discipline with no applause, grit with no gratitude, ritual without recognition. There's a shift when you stop waiting for time to give you permission. You take it, you steal seconds with intention. You turn 5 minutes into 5 moves. Time is elastic to the mind that's locked in. Your subconscious doesn't care how long you try. It cares how hard you declare. Repetition carves paths. Belief fuels execution. Action rewires belief. Stillness is sacred, but stagnation is suicide. If you sit still without aim, you sink. If you move without reason, you spiral. But when you act with clarity, you ascend. Every second becomes sacred. Every breath becomes currency. Most people burn out chasing deadlines, but beasts set fires chasing legacies. This is the habit now. Carve time. Don't chase it. Kill distractions like they're lies. Stack rituals like weapons. Multiply moments by depth, not duration. The storm no longer hides beneath. It moves with you, follows you, powers you. You're not waiting for a good day anymore. You're becoming one. I build beneath the storm, and I do it now. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You were given too many exits, too many maybes, too many backup plans. But warriors don't draft parachutes. They burn the bridge behind them. No return, no retreat, only the vow. You've tiptoed long enough. You've flirted with potential like it was a side piece. But greatness demands marriage. Commitment so deep, even your doubts feel betrayed. I build beneath the storm. That's not a slogan. That's blood. That's oath. That's the vow. Inked in pain, sealed in isolation, and carved into the bone of who you used to be. The broke version dies here. Say it again. The broke version dies here. Not broke in dollars, broke in will, broke in spine, broke in self-trust. The one who kept quitting every time the room got cold. The one who blamed the plan when it was the execution that was weak. He dies now. There is no back, only forward. No plan, no maybe, I'll try. No, I just need more time. Time bowed already. The vow doesn't ask for time. It devours it. You signed the contract in silence. You didn't need an audience. Loyalty isn't loud. Real vows don't scream. They grind. They bleed beneath the surface where nobody claps. That's where men are made. Stillness is sacred, and in that stillness you chose violence against the quitter in you. He begged. He bartered. He told you to just take a day. He offered comfort like it was love, but you saw it. You knew. That voice isn't your friend. It's a leash. Kill the quitter inside, or he'll bury you alive in softness. The subconscious doesn't care what you say. It listens to what you do. Repetition becomes identity. Identity becomes instinct, and instinct doesn't stutter. It strikes. This is who I am now. Not trying, not hoping, being. You wake up and move because it's not optional anymore. Discipline is no longer a decision. It's DNA. You didn't come this far to walk backwards. That vow, it's not made in front of crowds. It's made at 4:43 a.m. when the world's still asleep and you lace your shoes anyway. It's made when you press record, post the thing, show up again, and again. Even when nobody's watching, especially when nobody's watching. You made peace with the pain because you realized it's proof. The weight hurts. Good. That means you're lifting something worth it. The silence echoes. Perfect. That's where God checks for loyalty. You'll never be able to explain this to the average one. They don't get it. They'll say, "You've changed." Damn right. I died, and I chose who came back. The vow didn't give me wings. It gave me walls. No way out. Just me to grind in the fire. I build beneath the storm. I don't flinch. I forge. You stop needing breaks when the mission becomes you. You stop craving comfort when discomfort defines you. You don't ask how long anymore. You ask how deep. This is the rebirth. No screaming, just pressure, just repetition, just silence. So loud it sounds like God is watching. Real power isn't loud, it's lethal. The vow's already made. The exit is already gone. The fear is still there, but now it serves you. Like a dog that only bites when you command. Every time you move forward, you assassinate the quitter. Every rep is revenge. Every day is blood on the contract. I signed it with my actions. I sealed it with my scars. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You stand still, not because you're lost, but because you've arrived. The war is quiet now. Not over, just quiet. And in the silence, there's a mirror. You used to avoid it. You used to flinch. That glass showed all the lies you told yourself. The skipped reps, the fake smiles, the masks. But today you stare back. No apology, no denial, just you and you. I build beneath the storm. That's who I am now. Not who I hoped to be, who I chose to become. There were days I crawled through hell just to earn 5 seconds of peace. Days I hated myself loud and loved myself silent. But now, the storm inside listens when I breathe, because I bled to become this. This is not arrogance. This is reverence. Not for the wins, for the wounds, for the time I got up when quitting felt holy, for the nights I dragged my name across the floor just to keep it mine. Stillness is the sound of power at rest. The dopamine doesn't hit like it used to. The applause never mattered. The mirror knows. It saw the breakdowns. It saw the relapse. It saw the 100 moments I could have turned soft and didn't. You are who you fight for, and I fought for this version. I bled for this version. The subconscious doesn't forget. Every skipped corner, every lazy excuse, it logs it. But it also remembers every time you chose war, every time you showed up, even with shaking hands. You can't lie in the mirror. Not here, not now. You thought the beast was the version that never cried. No, the beast is the one who cried and trained anyway. The beast is the one who folded, broke, snapped, then stood up with pieces still missing. That's who I am now. No more hunger for approval. No more begging the world to clap. I clap for myself. I nod at the reflection, because I know what it cost. I know what I buried to breathe like this. There is no shortcut to peace, just pain paid in full. Stillness doesn't mean nothing's happening. Stillness means the war has been disciplined. The chaos inside bows to command now. It obeys, it sharpens, it waits. The mirror doesn't lie, it reflects. And right now, it reflects a warrior who ran out of options and turned himself into one. This is sacred ground now. You don't talk here. You listen. The scars whisper truth. The silence wraps around your shoulders like armor. This is what self-respect sounds like. You once thought pride was a sin. Now you realize shame is. You honor the beast when you face him, not tame him, not cage him. Just lock eyes and say, we made it, but we're not done. This peace isn't a vacation. It's permission. Permission to love the version that never quit. Permission to hold your head up, not because it's perfect, but because it refused to stay broken. You remember who built this, the one who no one believed in, the one who had to borrow belief from thin air and breath, the one who showed up invisible and left undeniable. This is who I am now, not a man chasing light, a man who became it, slowly, brutally, honestly. The mirror doesn't lie, and finally, it doesn't hurt. Say it again. I'm not done yet. The fire didn't end you. It built you, bent you, branded you. Now it bleeds from your voice, your spine, your name. You didn't just survive. You forged a blueprint in ash. This pain was never private. You thought you were alone, but your war wrote a map. Every scar, a signal. Every breakdown, a beacon. You walked through the storm so someone else wouldn't have to crawl blind. I build beneath the storm. Say it again. I build beneath the storm. They don't see the nights you screamed into pillows, the mornings you tied your shoes with trembling hands, but they'll see the road you paved, and they'll follow, because they're starving for proof. You are the proof. They don't need more quotes. They need someone who walked through hell barefoot and came back with a message burned into their chest. You're not weak. You're waking up. Stillness is sacred. Your grind echoes louder than your words ever will. Your ritual becomes gospel. Your patterns become protection. What tried to bury you became the soil that grew an entire lineage. The subconscious doesn't forget. And now, neither will the world. Your consistency became architecture. Your obedience to discipline became sacred law. Your silence was never empty. It was instruction. Every second you kept swinging was a sermon. This is bigger than goals now. This is about bloodline. You killed the old you so the next one could eat. You turned pain into process. You built a furnace in the pit, and now others can warm their hands by it. This isn't legacy. It's a living fire. Cut the rope or die lost. You cut it, and now they don't have to. You think no one noticed. They noticed. The ones watching in silence, in pain, in pieces. They're building now because you did. Your scars rewired their permission. Stillness is sacred, so is service. This isn't about saving the world. It's about sparking one soul. That's enough, because one soul leads another, and another, until your name becomes code for I didn't quit either. I build beneath the storm. I build for more than me now. Your identity is not yours alone. It's a lighthouse, a pattern, a fireprint left in the earth. You are no longer the storm, you are shelter, and the ones behind you, they're watching, they're waiting, they're waking. Say it again, I'm not done yet.